What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm gonna review the second album by rapper Lil Troy. Based this product is called Back to Ballin, and it came out in the late summer of 2001. Now, if everybody here, Lil Troy was within the pitch of dropping a hit album within a relative touch sense from 1998, which had a hit song off there, "I Want to Be a Baller," pitches like that, which he was like more or less. It seemed like he was not actually on that song. It was filled with rappers that particular song was filled with rappers that have unfortunately passed on, maybe minus maybe one of them as far as these pitches can have. I think it had like Hawk on there, some folks like that within those type pitches. A hit bopping type song, definitely pitched like that. Nice buzz type song. Had leftover vibes like Master P and Tupac's and those type fires. Just the pitch like the swash type vibes that kind of went along with what hip hop and things like that were kind of grafting to after the after effects of like Tupac from like his dominance in like the 90s, G-Funk from like its dominance like the 90s, and as Master P started to reach like his full bound stride pitches like that. But it's kind of within the fair. Lil Troy is kind of like an offshoot, not so much a full bound offshoot like folks like Master P, but definitely within the vibes of similarities like the No Limit, Cash Money type. Not so much rivalry, but just kind of competition as far as it's having similar to like those type bops. If you like bops by like big timers from like 1999, 2000 pitches like that, Master P and like the Ghetto D and like I think it's MP The Last Dawn, his 1998 double album pitch like that. Some stuff varies. His Master P from like the late 90s, early 2000s, some of those type pitches. A good type product. This is after effect of some of those type fares. Now this particular cat's pretty low key. He did drop 2 singles off this album, but just to say straight up within the up and real about it, there's not really like a huge kind of humongous full bound kind of commercial staple to be recognized. And this album kind of goes along pretty sailingly. This album goes along jauntingly enough without much of like a commercial kind of staple. It's kind of the pitch. Not to say full bound. I mean, he's kind of wayside, kind of similar to like Devin the Dude, some of these type people within these pitches as far as talking about the format kind of it. Just to miss the pitch. I mean, for the most part, it seems like his biggest song, even at, he only dropped 3 albums, so unfortunately enough, it's been since 2006 since he's really dropped projects. I'm not sure if he dropped mixtapes either, but it's kind of pitch. I wanted to get to this cat just within the fair. I am going to eventually review Sitting Fat Down South, some of those type pitch, because that's a good type album. I want to get to this one first. But this is kind of in an it's not to say it wouldn't be tertiary, but it's just more within the trenches like the Faradis. The recognition behind this, I would question. This particular album hit 95 on the Billboard 200 back in 2001, but it's kind of the pitch as far as saying this is the product of like. Didn't really have any charting songs. Just to more or less say that Lil Troy's largest charting single is I Want to Be a Baller pitch like that. But within the pitch, this is a classic album pitch like that. I recommend all 13 songs. There are songs off here pitched like that. Unfortunate thing about it is within these pairs, there's a couple songs that got nerfed within some of their products that are just seemingly not around as full bound within these pitches. One of which would be Steady Shining, the other of which would be Baby Girl and Ride on Me. Now I looked to see if those were on YouTube, looked on Google, see if I could find those songs elsewhere. It just directed me to his Sitting Fat Down South album pitch like that. So I would say within the fair, if you have a copy of this album from 2001 within the pitches of buying it back, probably within those days of it, several years back, some of those I pitched, I'd probably say it has those songs on there, but I wasn't. I did look around being able to find it, but within, there's 19 songs on the standard edition, minus those 2 songs that got snipped from like the track list nowadays, narrows it down to 17, and out of the remaining 17 songs, there's 4 songs that are not songs I'm going to talk about on here, one of which is Pimp Is Back, which is just an intro / interlude. Dead Wrong is kind of a spoken word type a cappella, which I'm not going to talk about, and We Gon' Lean remix, which is really not that much different. We Gon' Lean remix, which really didn't have too much flair about it for me to want to have the commonplace about, and then Want to Be a Baller, which is a chopped and screwed type version. So it's pitched like that. But that particular fair, original song's pretty good within those pitches, but just paying attention to products. So 13 songs in here, I recommend all 13 of the songs within the normal type fashion. So it's going to get 10 out of 10. There's 2 singles off this album pitched like that. For the most part, like I said, the pitch behind this album is the low-key type facet about it. This is kind of more of like a garage and shop type album. So within the pitch, to be able to say the same sort of fashion of just like neighboring and everyday type activities with the pitch, more of a utility type run album. It's not to say you don't have the tear up type songs on here, but it's kind of within the pitch of just saying it has like some good vehicle companionry pitches like that within these ordeals. It's not just the product of just like surf rounds getting to point A, point B, but the consistency of having like the product of every day where it's kind of as if you do have more of your shit together within a normal type facet. So it's just kind of the tone as far as saying, not to say as if folks that don't within the pitch, but just kind of the product of maybe some insurance kind of days are thrown in there, some pitches like having to get like oil changes, some of these type products. It's the product of like the day fare within the consistency of bills paying, like the products of just like car washes and car washes, car cleanups, something like that. First in the pitch, just the everyday type product of this. Not just those things, but just kind of more mundane type tasks and a few dredge type songs with an aspect of throwing in makeshift job type fair pitches like that within these ordeals. Just to say the singles out this particular album, minus the song We Go Lean kind of within the pitch, which even that particular song is kind of a swerve along. We Go Lean, the single with Lil Flip on there, is kind of like a swerve along type song. This is kind of missed the pitch of dislike. The traffic of it kind of in like a syrupy kind of early morning, kind of 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning, Denny's type rush pitch like this. So this kind of fair as far as in the product of it kind of has the aspect of this kind of not so much full bound on the go, but just to miss the pitch of like active kind of things within the product like the day fair. So this has that particular product of dislike amongst like just knowing that there's not singles out this product, like thinking of like the songs that were kind of popular in 2001 around this time, like when you think of like particularly like a song by Ludacris, like Area Codes or Roll Out My Business, those type ones, and like Jermaine Dupri with Jermaine Dupri with Ballin' Out of Control and Welcome to Atlanta pitch like that. But Welcome to Atlanta comes the commerce song, but just the pitch process is just the mist. You're gonna get some sunshine, you're gonna get some fairs, get some products done, just kind of healthy aspects of this, like the traffic of this, like commenting pitch like that. So it's kind of fair. But I look after it. Says the lead single off this project is We Go Lane. It's like a basic dope kind of throwback, put it down type tune, pitches like that. Sometimes that fair is just syrupy and low key, I'd say. So it's like this song's like a syrupy. This particular song's like a syrupy and low key kind of swerving pitches like that within these ordeals about it. It's kind of a Denny's bop. So it's just missed the pitch like early, not so much full bound early, but just miss the commerce to just like traffic with like some thing. Just miss the fair like traffic with like shit to do. I miss like probably 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes that fair's within it. It's basic kind of parking lot type noise pitches like that amongst some of these type of ordeals, just to miss like the traffic of this kind of the gulag of like the collective of this like DAP, not as much full bound tailgating where it's going to be like that steering commotion, but just kind of the conduct of just some kickback and around within the aspect, not to the point of loitering within the pitch, but just kind of the commotion, just like that dredge type aspect to like the meandering type fair that kind of goes along with like it not being an annoyance. So it's just kind of pitch for us in, but just some of those type ones, this parking lot type noise pitches like that, some type ordeals, just the initial even dap of this club type noise waiting around outside pitch like that, just going to get some food, just a couple chats, checking your cell phone, some of these type pitch within product, just extra type product, smoking like a zag within the pitch. If you're at like a pal's house or something like that within the nearby block neighborhood, just smoking a zag within the legality of it, pitches like that. But good standard kind of social nothing around pitches like that, but just kind of aspects for us. And it's a good type song, excellent pitches like that. Just basic kind of club lingering pitches like that. Some stuff where deals good products about it. But then Lil Flip is on that song within pitches. For the most part, there's not a terrible ton of folks in these pitches that I really recognize from this album. There's some folks like D-Man and R-Dis on here, some folks like that, some these type of particulars. But I did notice that Willie D of Ghetto Boys is on here a couple times. And the only other cat that I recognized beyond that was Lil Flip within these pitches, who's only on the lead single We Go Lane. It was good pitches like that, just some early type flares. Pretty good for 2001 within these pitches, kind of a scratchier type one within the pitch. Like it's not the gliss type factor of thinking like hit songs from 2001, like Get Your Freak On, and particular like Ballin' Out of Control, Area Code, some of the stuff pitched, but it does have some good products about it. Good straightforward type tangent. Back to Ballin' is nice on here. It's like a quality glittered and basic enamel to get within these products here. This reminds like Big Timers, I'd say, just a shiny kind of snack run, something stuff fares about it. These quality Tuesday sunshine pitches like that, something stuff ordeal. So just kind of getting like a Puff Daddy and kind of bad boy type vibes of 97, 98 more with the pitch of like Big Timers, Manny Fresh, Birdman type vibes, or Master P, No Limits, some stuff folks have missed the aspect of this like basic day shine, something stuff pitches, just having a little bit of gliss factor, just relative, just pleasant kind of playing kind of excitement pitch like that, but excellent type of ordeals. So yeah, for the rest of the songs on this album, good pitch like that. Recommend these within these fairs as far as the pitch is going to go. Lesbian Nights is a real nice one off here. Good pitches like that on here. It's like a leftover kind of mid-90s kind of exercise Montel Jordan type vibes. Some of these type pitches with like some neighborhood bopping, I'd say here. Good nice one for some caters as far as these pitch guys. So dismiss the aspects as far as saying this good aspects kind of keep things within the sparkiness type fair about it. There's some ones off here within the product that just kind of keeping having like some vibe check type fairs on here within the pitch of just divas nearby. It's not as full blown blatant within like the pitch of like signature kind of R&B flavor type songs with like the syrupy kind of hookiness minus the song Let's Smoke, but it's just kind of the pitch of this having like the product of just like the right variety of things to kind of keep within the fair about it, just kind of within the pitch of like send particular type diva off to a spa. Some of these type pitches, some of these extra type products are just some good type fairs. Get nails done. Some of these type products within the pitch as far as like the extracurricular type fair about it. But it's just kind of pitch a disc. The particular vibe is actually interesting to get one of these exercise type songs because for the most part these didn't really surface that much full bound in like the early 2000s. Some of those vibes that just like this is how we do it, pitches like that. Some stuff fairs from 95, 96, 94, pitches like that. It's not as full bound. It's just kind of pitch of just leftover type vibes that. Just some good sugary type vibes for that particular kind of leftover dance and leftover exercise type jaunts, pitches like that. Good vibes about it. Let's Smoke is a hit type one. Now this feels like a cat that I'm not sure if this has Ron Isley on here as full bound, but it definitely feels like within a very good similarity to that particular folk in terms of like the hook appeal of this song. It's like an excellent kind of Ron Isley and Golden Eyes kind of summer porch kind of positive malaise to get here. Definitely a sleepy type bop to get. So just one of those type ones. Pretty much what you see is what you get. This the aspect I like the tone, like a real smoke centric type one that has some heavy excellent product on here within these pitches. Just kind of lazing around on the porch pitches like that. Since type ordeals. Hella chips, some of these type fairs from the aspects, Fritos, some of these type aspects, Ruffles, some of these type aspects with the tone, just a good type product, just appreciate like the tone, like the day draw, just yellow skies outside, pitches like that, send some ordeals, get hella smoke type products within the legality of it in your system, good fairs about it, just drowsy kind of mingle pitches like that. Mo Money, Mo Problems is a nice type one off here as well, good pitches as a throwback to like a Biggie type song. It's not similar to the Biggie song, but it's just within pitch, good fairs about it. This particular song gives like shop kind of big timers lounge type vibes, pitches like that. By shop I mean garage shop, some type fairs. It's out in like particular being around more garage type fairs, some type aspects. Definitely one of these type vibes that pass me a wrench and some barbecue chips within these aspects for the fair's gonna have them with it. So this kind of aspect, switching the tone to like the hangout type spot, less kind of in like indoors kind of living room type noise or backyard kind of disc grill and barbecue type noise, but more of it's the pitch of just the aspect of kind of shop type fair or disc kind of some leftover kind of tunings and things around the house that need to be taken care of within those pitches. Having a couple pals along for the ride to steer and kind of dap and noise, just pass a beer or something like that for your pals around within the pitch, and just like neighborhood get-ups to kind of get some things done within a productive kind of homebound type sense of pitch like that. Some of the stuff there is pretty much if you have a shop and if you have like a business shop as well, some of those type pitches are just a job that kind of has to do with more this traditional kind of shop type fairs kind of within pitch. Some of those type aspects just kind of more of like a utility type song pitches like that. Keep My Name Out Your Mouth is nice within these pitches as well. It's like a basic kind of day dredge and unwind to kind of get here within the products. It's relative kind of gripe I'd say about this one, and blase some of these stuff there is definitely probably within the need to spark a few within some of these type products. So this is the pitch, getting a zigzag in your system, some of these type fairs from the pitch. Just one of these type ones. It's kind of like a Hustlers type makeshift to the variation of the way makeshift kind of was, just probably weekday type fair amidst like how pop albums kind of get within these products. It's kind of a basic kind of blue collar, just today kind of didn't suck as much, but just glad to kind of get to the product of it being 3:30, 4:30 p.m. This pitch like that is kind of a more traditional kind of flip mode to like the product of just like the relief of like the day fair being relieved as far as those pitch answers, just within that aspect, this typical kind of gripe just within those pitches. Kind of a scratchy, crotchety type song within these pitches, but it's just kind of the product of this homies type fair, just things within the product of this aspects of folks kind of within the neighborhood. They're kind of ruffling feathers, pitches like that. So just the aspect, but just like I was saying, get some smokers type fair, pick up some Krispy Kreme, some type aspects, own good pitches like that. For years is a real nice one on here. This is a good quality type one. This is a real early bird type one. Like the pitch behind this, going as throwbacks to what this particular was. It's like a red hot kind of early bird kind of trap flame to get here. Considering trap wasn't around as full bound within these pitches back in 2001, minus like a little bit of Master P and some No Limit kind of. Minus like a little bit of Master P and No Limit doing some of these type ones like the late 90s pitch like that. It's a good skeleton for some of these type ones. This neighborhood kind of Zaytoven style type crawls pitch like that. Just go to like corner stores, pick up some 40 cents that pitch just from the aspect of like this. You would stand and kind of post up and get crunk within these aspects as far as like the wiring for like the Hustlers makeshift type formats pitches like that within these aspects. Pretty much one of those type ones, just a neighborhood type variation, ready for some tear up within these pitches from the product. Just haul at some folks, get ready to get crunk a little bit within the fair. Good conduit in like a 2001 type sense for some of those type fairs about a good pitches. Buckle's a hit type song off this album as well. It's like a nice strip club and house party kind of break you off type vibes pitches like that sense of fairs. It's definitely like a low key kind of red cup and hollow type tune. Some of these type pitches about just some Friday heat to kind of get within the product. Pay attention to some of these type ones though. The particular songs out this album, like I was saying, apart from songs like 4 Years, Buckle, more or less in a healthier type sense, Lesbian Nights, and then songs like Touch Your Toes on here. It's kind of the pitch as far as saying the products about these songs, considering how off the charts how out of like the traditional kind of commercial orbit that this album kind of is. Just the pitch as far as saying it's this kind of product that a lot of this is kind of within the fair. It probably the connect about this album kind of has to do with more of this like personal selection more so than like the fair. Like a lot of this particular album having recognition pitches like that. It's just kind of fair. Me paying attention to like what the most popular song off this album kind of is. Basically, is "Wanna Be a Baller," the Chopped and Screwed remix, which is a song I wasn't talking about as full about. Most of these songs got at least 5 digits, but the most popular song, according to anything else that's not either the first song you hear or just like something like that, is basically "We Gon' Lean," which was a single, which didn't have that much, terribly too much more recognition, but for years is the one that got the most popularity, which has 91,000 hits. So it's kind of pitched for years, and "We Gon' Lean," the most 2 popular songs off this album according to Spotify. I guess there's another one, "Let's Smoke," is pretty good, but just the pitch as far as saying, just a lot more faceted and low key within those pitches. To be honest, there's some good type vibes though. Just buckles, good nice strip club type noise, house party type, red cup type fare. Pop Your Collar is a hit type one as well as like a dope flittery kind of surf along and say just donuts runs. I would definitely say some of these type products. Just feeling groovy, I'd definitely say just a car wash and erranding type song pitch like that. Miss some of these type word deals. Just the product like some day sunshine, pretty much like your summer type jaunt within the aspects. Some of these type ones. Big Timers is real excellent about doing songs like this. This is a little bit before the Hood Rich type album from 2002, so it's good pitches within some of these type products. Just minus like a huge commercial type flash, but it is kind of aspect of just early type fares within some of these type pitches. A lot of these particular ones do have like some good jaunts, like song type varieties that hit songs that would later go on to have Pop Your Collar. Some of these type ones kind of feel like alternatives to hit songs that popped up throughout the 2000s, pitches like that. Feel like retreads of Master P, Big Timers, and stuff, folks, pitches like that. But yeah, "We Gon' Lean" feels like little flip type fare. Pop Your Collar feels more like Big Timers, pitches like that. Some of these type ones. So this is the pitch strip club type ones for Buckle. Some of these type fares just like Master P, BG. Buckle feels like Lil Wayne, BG, some of that stuff. But within pitch first, I'm trying to think of other type songs I haven't talked about on here. "Touch Your Toes" is nice on it. It's a good, nice one. It's like an initial kind of dance club and rec room kind of thaw outs to get within these products. It's about it. Just within these products, just about it's like a good song to buy shoddy, like some candy shots pitches like that. It's kind of some gabs as far as these pitch kind of goes. Just miss the pitch as far as saying paying attention to product. Diva type fit for like dance club type noise, just with the aspect, just easily getting like the Alizé going, hypnotic going, some of these type pitches from the fair, just like good sugar type shots to kind of get within the aspect, just like some initial type conic to kind of have within the aspect of this having candy cane type sweet kind of game within these pitches as far as like the product. Less like the fair about it, just miss the pitch of just like out and around pitches like that within the aspect. Intermingle pitch like that, but the fair about it within the fair about it is the fair about it within the product about it kind of is just the fact that there's just not within the commonplace the spark type flair about this album is kind of within the pitch as far as saying it's just the aspect that it just doesn't have like the same casual kind of commotion about it. It's not to say like it does in full bound, but it's just kind of pitch as far as saying these are good type tunes, but it's just kind of pitch that it just takes more of like a kind of strengthier kind of recommendation within the fairs, just considering that it just doesn't have like the anchors of something that's gonna make like the splash to really be like the attention grab. So it's pitches like that, some good type conduct within pitches like that, but it's just kind of fair as far as saying a lot of this just feels like kind of, not to say in terms of slashing the quality, but it just feels like leftover kind of white noise pitches like that. So it's kind of ordeal. I don't know if I talked about Long Time. Long Time's a nice one as well. It's like a dope throwback to like No Limit, kind of roll around, kind of buzz single type territory pitches like that. Just some erranding to definitely get here. Insurance Days, some of these type products within it. Some typical kind of Dave Johnson activity just within the utility type fair pitch like that. Just kind of a stress type day pitch like that. Just the fair. It's not to say full bound like it's a stressing kind of day, but just the typical type stress that goes along with shit that you have to do that's not really as much full bound on the list that you want to do, but it's just the typical type variety of what has to happen. Getting talking to insurance, talking to taxes in the wintertime, pitches like that, some stuff fair is just the product of this, like the curriculum of this. List of bills to kind of get towards, even if you have to talk to like the particular rent type bills and other type things in the product as far as some of those type fairs can happen. Just miss the pitch, just some of those type aspects within like the straightforwardness, like the day fair, but it's good be productive type fair pitches like that, just in a mellow kind of straightforward type sense, good pitches like that. There he goes, nice on here as well within these aspects, like a feeling frenetic, kind of on some shit, kind of ruffled day to get within these products here. This one goes along more or less with Keep My Name Out Your Mouth, but just kind of more miss the pitch of some of these type fairs. It's kind of a realigned type song, kind of get here within these aspects. Definitely probably need some Taco Bell pitches like that, get wasted hard for later. Just kind of miss the pitch. So just the product of like noon and 2 o'clock in the afternoon were kind of pissing you off pitches like that. It's kind of getting to the flip mode in the condo to just saying, all right, by the time it's 8 8:30, 9:30 pitches like that, I'm going to be in a completely 180 of a mood. Pitches like that in a positive type sense is going to pitch, just chirping some folks, figuring out the task, even if it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, the products to get towards the tear up type factor. Just kind of beeline for the product of saying fuck the blase today, pitches like that. Yeah, but just switching to flip mode and like a good exuberant type sense. It's just a good type song that may have started off in a bad mood, but it kind of makes like a transit to having like the particular good type fairy just shedding that quickly as far as the supposed to have sex and type pitches. I think the last one I haven't talked about on here would be Wired Up. Wired Up's like a basic kind of Master P and Manny Fresh style kind of ball out, I'd say, pitch like that. Just a heavy kind of draw about this song, similar to songs like Mo Money, Mo Problems, pitches like that. Just kind of a shot primer before getting ready to dash out something stuff there. So this leftover type moments, probably 345, 445. Probably 345, 445 pitches like that, just leftover type variety of just the last minute tasks and day fair type things to take care of within the pitch as far as getting ready to get towards the recreational type fair pitches like that. It's another typical day in the neighborhood or the hood pitches like that as far as those ordeals come. So dismiss the fair, just like standard type conduct within the pitch, just transiting and transitioning to like the fair, getting towards some better type product within the pitch. It's just like, all right, wrap ups, take care of that, pitches like that. That's out, get it and get out the door as far as this pitch can happen. Just in a more low key, it's not so much within the frosty of just bolting out the door where the door is swinging off the hinges, pitch like that, but just kind of miss the ordeal, just being like, it's kind of like, all right, screw it, got it taken care of, trying to hit up like Arby's, something that pitch and just unwind with the pitch like that, get to us the product like some tear up pitches like that. So just miss the aspect, but paying attention. That's fair about this particular album as far as these pitch can go. So within the pitch, 10 out of 10 albums, something stuff fair is about it. Just being able to say now it's within a low key test, since I'd say probably to rank this album in like a casual type score, it might be more of like an 8.5 or 8.75 out of 10. Not, I mean, the actual album score is going to get a 10 out of 10 based upon the quality and the pitch behind, but it's just kind of the effect as far as saying it's just not casual anchors on here in terms of something that really has like I feel like We Go Lean is a solid enough type one within these pitches, but the aspect behind it is a lot more just kind of in between type songs pitched like that. It's more neighborhood crawls, just kind of Tuesday, Wednesday type erranding in a more hardcore type sense, like just in a more hardcore type sense, like the aspect of like more traditional kind of straightforward. I mean, the biggest it's really not that terribly many recognizable names, and minus like the Raw and Isley Cat, there's not that many syrupy kind of pop ready type hooks on here either within these pitches. Not to say there isn't any, but it's just kind of pitch. Radio glam factor and casual type factor is just not that high, but it's not to say it's a bad album. So the social score I'm going to go ahead and give within these pitches, that probably would be within the variety as well. Probably saying that we get a 9.5 social, 8.5, 8.75 casual, 9.5 social. Just from the pitch as far as saying this, probably there's some ones on here, but it's this kind of pitch. You get the varieties, but it does have a lot to do with this erranding and standard utility out and around pitch like that within some suburb deals. It's the product of just the commitment to like the product of just like consistent kind of everyday sunset fairs, including things that are more within the gripe type product, to just more monkeys on your back that are kind of ones that you're going to bitch a little bit more about. It's kind of fair, but it has the particular, it's rewarding within a pitch. You do get some of these type moments as far as getting it taken care of, having that box of Hypnotic, or having like the particular Sugar Diva to have like the funds to be able to fund for as far as this pitch can. But it's just aspects as far as saying this deals with the product best. It's this kind of pitch as far as saying this has it. Kind of some checks and balances, but it nails it within the appeal. So I'm going to say 9.5 social pitches like that. It's just kind of fair. Just only thing you really needed was just some sort of casual type staple, like Wanna Be a Baller, one of those type hit singles like that. But I would say We Go Lean is relatively close, but just didn't chart whatsoever. So pitches like that. But looking after it, in terms of the future, like particularly Lil Troy has not been around since 2006 within these products. So it's kind of pitched as far as saying I'm going to get to some more of these type ones probably in 2026, pitched like that since I've worked deals. But yeah, this is a low key type classic, kind of an unsung type classic within the pitch. Now it's debatable within that in terms of like a casual wise type fare, but other than that, it's a pretty good consistent staple for like some everyday and pitches like that and like some buzz songs.